The clock is ticking for the San Francisco 49ers and these ongoing contract negotiations. You have heard from anyone under the sun who is informed or understands the delicacy that goes into these things, talking about how this week is a crucial week to get this stuff done. We just saw the Cowboys give CD Lamb a massive, massive deal. Obviously, we've already talked about that kind of correlation in a different video. This is a Trent Williams video. This is the one where we have been less concerned. The tone has been optimistic. This has been like, oh, it's Trent. We're going to pay him. No worries, right? Well, the tone so far from the people who do this for a living, like your Jeremy Fowlers and Adam Schefters, aren't necessarily the tone that we kind of wanted to wake up on a Monday morning and hear. So it does sound like there are some things going on that might not be as positive as we were expecting. So I'm going to show you, we're going to talk about what Jeremy Fowler said and Adam Schefter as well, as he joined the Pat McAfee show right after this. But I didn't know if you guys knew this. I came across this little nugget. I wanted to share it with you because I did find it really, really interesting. Did you guys see that a study finds that Americans spend more on sports betting than investing in the stock market? I thought that was a really interesting development. And also considering the fact that I just partnered with my bookie and they are creating a great environment for sports betting. They've been doing this for over 10 years. They are one of the leaders in the market when it comes to betting. And so I felt like I saw this. We understand that betting has become more prominent in our culture as it becomes widely more available. And so it's like, let's find someone where we can present and bring to you a safe platform that allows you to bet and do what you need as you see fit. Obviously, they have this phenomenal website that allows you to get information on the spread, the money lines. You can do futures, all these different types of things. I think the one that I'm kind of getting my eye on was NFL regular season MVP. You can see, you drill down here, look at how far down Brock Purdy is, plus 1650 in regards to most valuable player odds, behind Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Stroud, Jordan Love, Hurts, Lamar. You're talking about a front runner for a good portion of last year, all the way back here. And this just feels like a great opportunity to even have some fun. If you want to do a future bet, you want to put some down on Brock Purdy to win MVP. Listen, as long as Brandon Ayuk and Trent Williams sign, I think he's going to have an awesome opportunity to repeat. So you could get in on that action. All you got to do is go to the link in the description, go to my bookie, and start playing and placing your bets. And it'll be really fun throughout the entire NFL season. But let's take a look at what Jeremy Fowler and both Adam Schefter have talked about this situation and how it does kind of feel like, man, you need Trent Williams and Brandon Ayuk, and especially if we're going to hit that future, we need these guys in the building. But the tone doesn't sound all that optimistic. Take a listen right here.
Out with the 49ers. Yeah. It's left tackle Trent Williams. What's the latest with him?
Well, I was told from somebody involved in the situation that he is not going to be available until he gets his contract adjusted. He's got 3 years left on his deal. That could bleed into the regular season with us just being a few weeks away. This is a player who's made about $150 million in his career. He's been taking up golf, kind of staying away from the team, doing his own thing, still training, of course, getting ready for the season potentially. But he's not overly stressed to have to be out there right now, and he's the 4th highest paid left tackle despite being the best the last few years. So the 49ers know they have to do something here, could sweeten the guarantees on his contract. So they're dealing with Brandon Ayuk at the same time. they're trying to get this guy done. So they're hoping he'll be in the lineup here soon.
The Ayuk situation leads to a massive situation that's happening at the left tackle. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Shefty, I think you shared the sentiment over the past month where about Trent Williams, him not being in practice, whatever. It's training camp. He's an old vet. He's been there. He's done that. Whatever. Training camp's over. The last preseason game is over. Is there any concern now that all that's over about getting Trent Williams into camp, and what's the current situation with his deal and holdout?
I think there is some concern. I think their offensive line didn't play particularly well the other night, and I don't think that they've made a lot of progress so far. I don't think that Trent Williams is closer to coming in today. I also think that we're entering a week now where the 49ers play 2 weeks from tonight against Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. 2 weeks from tonight, which is amazing to think about. And I just think that this is the week where I'm expecting every one of these situations to have some type of ramped up activity. Now, I don't know that all of them will get solved. I'd love to see every one of them get solved and kind of have everybody move ahead to the season. But how would the 49ers not make renewed efforts this week to try to figure out and resolve the Brandon Ayuk and Trent Williams situations? How would the Bengals not figure out ways to do Chase and the Cowboys and Lamb and the Jets and Hassan Reddick? Like every single one of these situations, we're at a pretty critical juncture here for team and player. And it's time, as teams are adjusting their rosters, to crack down on all these situations and figure out if everybody can solve it, to move past it and to get the guy back in so everybody can begin getting ready for opening day together.
I don't know if you heard, Connor earlier said he'd be a great Patriot.
Yeah, I mean, he'd look great in, this helmet right here. I think he should consider.
Not the only fan base that would say
maybe
that.
they could trade him. Yeah, maybe you trade him Trent Williams and Brandon Ayuk in a big package deal, right?
Whoa!
No, it's okay. We'll just take Trent Williams and we'll give him all the money that he wants.
So we know that this is a very fluid situation. We know things can change in a hurry, but it's not very optimistic when you're hearing Schefter joke about like, oh, we'll just take Trent Williams and Brandon Ayuk and ship them off to the Patriots. Like both Schefter and Jeremy Fowler both have the tone of like, yeah, it doesn't seem like there's much movement. Doesn't seem like there's really much of anything to be optimistic for. And because of that, this could bleed into the season. This could be something that we deal with while games are being played. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. How do the 49ers get themselves in these interesting predicaments where, I mean, I get it. It's a dual-edged sword, right? When you have good players, you got to pay your players. When you got to pay your players, you got to balance out what the future holds. I understand you got Brock Purdy coming down the pipe. Obviously, Diamador Lenore, Charvarius Ward. There are a lot of other things to look at. But this just feels like the longer this drags on, the less positive it's going to be. I mean, we already understand it's a contentious situation being played out in the media. Fans are tired of it. Media is tired of it. I'm sure players are tired of it. I'm sure front office executives are tired of it. But something's got to break. Something's got to give. This thing just needs to cross the finish line. And it will continue to be a massive distraction until it happens. Obviously, the Cowboys take care of CeeDee Lamb. That's figured out. Now the 49ers need to figure out what's going to happen with Ayuk, with Trent Williams. Those are two players that I think we all agree are needed and need to be a part of this. I think even Diamador Lenore called it like the last run. Like they understand that there are going to be a lot of changes after next season. And these are two guys that you think you would want a part of your future, not only for this year, but for future years. So I'm not loving the tone of this. I'm not loving, obviously, the ongoing situation, not loving having to bring you updates to basically tell you there's no updates and things aren't going in the right direction, at least as it's being reported from these guys, because we are in a crucial week. We're in a crucial time frame. We're in a crucial spot where we all believe like this is the time to get it done. And so far, what we're hearing is it doesn't sound like there's much movement. So it will be something that we continue to obviously monitor. It's something that we want to put to bed and not have to do these types of videos anymore. But as we know, it's a part of the process, and I'll continue to do my best to keep you updated as we get this information. So let me know what you think about all this, and make sure you go tap in the link to my bookie and start to get after it and start to make those investments. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think about my bookie and all that stuff in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.